Federal Reserve. We know that you have some strong opinions about the Fed right now. Everybody's trying to figure out and game out when the taper is going to happen.
Yeah, I'm sort of struck that all the commentary is about when or how they're going to tighten the path of policy next. And it's completely not obvious it's going to be a tightening rather than easing.
Wait, why do you say that? That's the first time I've heard that.
Yeah, so the Fed claims to be an inflation-targeting central bank. Right now, they're sending out search parties looking for inflation. You can't see it anywhere.
Right.
You know, PCE inflation's running at 1.2%.
One of your charms, besides your Harvard PhD, is you come out of Australia. Australia, New Zealand, and Sweden do this differently than we do. When you hear this new buzzword, forward guidance, why is America so clumsy where others that have rules seem to be calmer about their banking?
I think I want to give the Fed a little bit of credit here. The truth is it's all learning by doing. You know, we haven't been at the zero lower bound before, and trying to figure out how we use these tools is, you know, frankly, it's difficult, and the Fed's getting a little bit better at it each month. And, you know, I think the Fed right now is a heck of a lot clearer than, for instance, the European Central Bank, whose view seems to be just, you know, we'll pretend we're doing forward guidance, but we won't really commit to anything.
How important is a Thursday meeting of the European Central Bank? All of a sudden, disinflation is, you know, deflation. You've written about this with Betsy Stevenson, your wife. Okay, this is great. Should we be worried about deflation?
In Europe or here?
Here.
In here, you know, we got inflation at 1.2%. It's not hard to see us getting an inflation forecast wrong by 1% in either direction.
Right.
So if it turns out it's running low, it's staying low, the Fed's never yet hit its inflation target since it's announced it. There is a risk of deflation, but there's certainly a real risk we stay below the target for many years.
You've come out in support of Janet Yellen as the next Fed chairman. Assuming she does get confirmed by the Senate when she takes over, what do you think will be the biggest distinction between Janet Yellen and Ben Bernanke?
I think I don't want to overemphasize anything here. I think there's enormous continuity between the two. They come from the same intellectual milieu. But I think Janet is someone who, for the last 4 or 5 years, has actually gotten just about every call on the economy right. And she's been right in suggesting that inflation would be too low and unemployment too high, and policy should do something about that.
You have communicated with the public, with the New York Times, with Bloomberg View, and in your other writings, much better than most economists. Why do economics have so much trouble speaking to the American people? What's the struggle there?
We all go off to graduate school and spend 6 years learning how to become incomprehensible. It's a second language. And honestly, what you've got to try and do is become bilingual. And many of the people who are best in one language are not very good in another.